All right, welcome to another deep dive. And today we're doing things a little differently. We're going to really get into a single source, one piece. It's
Okay.
called King Frequencies 1.mp3. But this isn't like your typical song or anything. It's
Okay.
more like imagine like a stream of consciousness,
Yeah.
just like pulsing with these really vivid images
Yeah.
and audacious statements.
I dig it.
So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
Right.
What really grabbed me right away was the repetition of I am the king.
Mm.
It's bold, right? It's almost like a mantra. And it just makes you wonder, like, what kind of king are we even talking about here? What's his kingdom? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's fascinating. And spoken word pieces like this are so interesting because they blend like poetry and rap
Yeah.
and personal reflection. So it's not always about a straightforward message.
Right.
It's about capturing a feeling, a state of mind.
I see.
It's raw.
Yeah.
It's really raw.
So it's interesting you pick up on that repetition, that king thing,
Yeah.
because we see these images, right, of like crowns and staffs.
Oh, yeah.
Even masks
Uh-huh.
and, fighting stances, like all these symbols of authority, maybe even like a warrior spirit.
Right.
But then at the same time, there's this line that says, searching my mind, hard to find it, mastermind, divine target.
Hmm.
And that kind of hints at like an internal struggle, like a quest for clarity,
I see what you're saying.
almost like self-discovery.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
who am I? What am I about?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And it's that tension that I find so interesting, like this outward confidence,
Uh-huh.
but then this inner, like, searching.
Yeah.
He calls himself, a man of many words.
Oh, yeah.
But then he advocates for saying less to say more. What do you make of that?
Well, I think it really speaks to the complexity of self-expression.
Ah,
Maybe it's about revealing everything versus like leaving space for interpretation.
oh, interesting.
Or maybe it's about refining your message.
Mm-hmm.
Like how can I say this in a way that's going to like really hit home, finding the most potent way to convey your truth.
Yeah.
What stands out to you?
I'm drawn to these concrete images that we talked about, the staffs, the crowns.
Mhm.
But then it's blended with this like almost surreal
Yes.
and psychedelic feel. He talks about, time travel, insane thoughts.
Okay.
And then there's this line, lyrics of rain throughout the brain.
Hmm.
Does that feel like chaotic to you?
I mean, it's definitely surreal,
Yeah.
but I think there's purpose in it.
Go.
Maybe those images, those kind of like trippy images,
Yeah.
they represent the way we explore our inner world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not always linear.
It can be kind of messy.
It's messy. It's abstract.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Then he also mentions competition, mission, conviction.
Oh, yeah.
You get this sense that he's really driven, like he has something to prove.
He's got something to say.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you think this king, he feels misunderstood?
I think that's a valid interpretation.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's declaring himself king because he wants to be recognized.
Right.
Or maybe, he feels like he has to assert his authority because the world doesn't get him.
Doesn't see it.
They don't see his vision.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
And then there's this shift to like entertainment imagery,
Interesting.
lights, camera, action, grabbing the microphone.
Yeah.
He even references, maybe it's Michael Jordan. He just says Michael.
Yeah.
But like, what's he getting at there? What do you think?
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's connecting this idea of being king to like performance,
Oh, interesting.
to creative expression.
Yeah.
Like claiming your throne today
Hmm.
might not be about traditional power.
Right.
It might be about captivating an audience.
Ooh. I like that. That's a great insight.
I think.
I love that. Yeah, it makes me think about the line, destiny is my persona, manifest it, I control it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's saying, he has this power to shape his own reality through performance, through his art.
Oh, I like
What
that.
do you think?
I think you're onto something. There's a real sense of agency in those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he mentioned SoundCloud and, being a dark child sitting on a throne,
Yeah.
it feels very much rooted in like the contemporary hip hop world.
Oh, yeah, totally.
This idea of like owning your space,
Yeah.
claiming your place through your art.
I'm really struck by, how he blends that modern context with these timeless symbols, these archetypes of power.
Right.
It creates like such a unique persona.
It does. It's this blend of ancient and modern.
Yeah.
And it really speaks to like our core desires as humans to express ourselves,
Yeah.
to find meaning
In this crazy world.
in this crazy world, right? Like, what do you think about that, listener?
Yeah, we want to know. What are your thoughts on all of this? We'd love to hear your take.
It's interesting, too, how he brings in that specific location,
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Like, that's where he's from.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's this line about the full moon and
Yeah.
the universe controlling it.
Yeah, that juxtaposition really got me too. It's
Yeah.
like he's grounded in this very specific place,
Right.
but also connected to something much bigger.
Exactly. It's like the local and the cosmic all at once.
Yeah, I love that.
And then he brings in fire, water, talking about reaching a higher vibration.
Right.
What do you think about all that?
I get the sense of transformation, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like he's going through some kind of intense process, like an alchemical process almost.
I see that.
He even says, water is my weapon, I think higher. So
Yeah.
it's like true power comes from rising above, from reaching this higher level of consciousness.
I love that, how you put that. Makes me think about King Frequency as like a metaphor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about being better than everyone else.
Right.
It's about tapping into your true potential, your authentic self, aligning with a higher purpose.
That's powerful. It reminds me of this line, blaze amazing fire flame, I'm blazing, time to change, I'm changing, butterfly explains and taking flight. Outrageous.
Whoa.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
But it's like he's embracing transformation, metamorphosis even if it's messy and unpredictable.
I love that. And there's a real vulnerability in that, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's not afraid to acknowledge the messiness of growth,
Totally.
like shedding those old skins.
Yeah. Becoming something new.
Exactly.
And he's honest about his frustrations, too. He's like, searching my mind, hard to find it, hard to find my peace, hard to find my grind.
Yeah.
It makes you think about the pressures, right?
Totally.
Of being an artist.
Oh, yeah.
The struggle to stay true to yourself.
In a world that's like constantly demanding things of you.
Yeah, that's real.
It is.
And then there's that idea of competition again. Like he has to prove himself.
Right.
He says, my method man will bring the pain. Do you think that's a Wu-Tang reference?
Oh, for sure. Method Man, known for that raw style.
Yeah.
That aggressive energy.
So it's like this king persona, it's not all peace and harmony.
Right. He's got that fire in him.
He's willing to fight for what he believes in.
Absolutely.
It's like he's got both sides, you know?
Yeah. The light and the shadow.
The creative and the destructive.
Makes him so much more complex.
Right.
So much more relatable.
Totally. And then, of course, that final line, it's the king frequency.
Powerful stuff.
So powerful. What resonates with you most about that line?
I think it's that sense of arrival. Like he's found his voice.
Yeah.
His own unique vibration.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about ego. It's about owning your truth.
Yeah. Expressing it with confidence.
With confidence. What about you?
I don't know. It makes me think about like resonance.
Okay.
How everything vibrates,
Yeah.
at a certain frequency. Maybe finding your king frequency is about aligning with your true purpose, your highest potential.
Oh, I love that. And, when you resonate at that frequency, you attract the things that are in harmony with you, the opportunities, the relationships.
Well, like that saying, when you raise your vibration, the universe conspires to assist you.
Exactly. You become a magnet
I love that.
for the good stuff.
Yeah, for the good stuff. I'm curious, listener, what do you think about this whole idea of king frequency?
Yeah, what resonates with you?
What are you drawn to explore further? We're going to dive into that in just a bit, so stick around. All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Man, my mind is like buzzing, After exploring king frequencies, it's really got me thinking about self-expression.
Yeah.
I'm finding that like unique frequency within ourselves. What about you?
What strikes me is that it doesn't give us any easy answers.
Right.
There's no roadmap like, here's how to find your king frequency.
Yeah.
It's more about prompting us to ask the big questions.
Yeah, like he's saying, here's my journey, my exploration. Now go find your own.
Right, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
it's a challenge.
Yeah, it is a challenge.
And I think that's what makes it so interesting.
Right.
It's not about copying him.
Right.
It's about finding your own way to express yourself.
Yeah. And maybe, maybe that truth doesn't look like the traditional idea of a king.
Right.
Maybe it's quieter,
Mm-hmm.
more subtle, but still just as powerful.
Absolutely. It could be through like art, music,
Yeah.
activism,
Yeah.
anything that really lights you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
What resonates with you, listener? Like, where do you feel that pull?
That's such a good question. It's about finding your purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your mission.
And going after it.
Yeah, and giving it your all.
And it's not going to be easy. There's going to be challenges, times when you doubt yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I think this piece reminds us, like, it's worth it
Yeah. Yeah.
to push through and find that place where you feel truly alive.
He says, you only get it when I give it the magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on a higher vibration. And that's the difference.
Mm.
It's like he's talking about like leveling up, you know?
Yeah, raising your energy.
Yeah.
Reaching for something greater within yourself.
Yeah, and I think, you know...
And you know what?
Uh-huh.
That energy,
Yeah.
that king frequency, can be contagious.
Totally. Yeah,
like,
correct.
when you're in that space,
Mhm.
you can inspire others,
Yeah.
uplift them.
Absolutely.
It's like this ripple effect
Oh, I love
of
that.
positive change.
Well, as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
What other, like, kingdoms are there within us, just waiting to be discovered, waiting to be expressed? What are your gifts, your passions,
Right.
the things that make you you? What are you meant to create?
Yeah. What are you here to share with the world?
Don't be afraid to explore those questions. Get curious
Experiment.
and find your own answers.
Yeah. Embrace the journey, the ups and downs,
A whole thing.
the whole thing. And never underestimate that power that comes from tapping into your own unique frequency.
And that's it for this deep dive. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of King Frequencies 1.mp3. Go back, give it another listen, and see what you discover. And most importantly, keep searching for your own King frequency. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I am the king. I am the king. I am the king. I am the king. Every time I think about it, they must understand that I am the king. I'm the man.